Masa has a tendency to stick on metals. It's not like a regular flour. So each roller has wires like this. So it separates the masa from the roller, and then there's adjustment here, tension adjustment. Also, you don't see, but this front roller also have a wire that cuts off the masa from the roller, and there's tension adjustment here. But I'll show you how to take the cutting blade out of the machine. First, use this lever, open the unit, and you see the cutting blade over there. This cutting blade right now is engaged. Simply bring this lever down and hook it into this latch and simply pull this out. Bring it up.
Are we forcing it out, or does it just pop out?
Yeah, it has a little tension, but this is what the blade is.
Let's put it back in.
Put it in the hole. Press it down. That's it. This mechanism here and this knob, of course, control the thickness of a tortilla. So I'll turn the machine off, and by separating the roller and by looking at the gap in between this roller, you turn counterclockwise, it gets widened. You get clockwise, it gets tightened. So this is just a tortilla thickness adjustment. But make sure the cover is closed. When you put your finger in, always turns the unit off. Okay. This is very, very dangerous. You put your finger pinched, it doesn't get hurt. It cuts your finger. So when this is running, you should never leave the cover open. So again, this is very, very dangerous. So cover here. I made it out of acrylic, and don't drop it; it breaks. and then it's a semi-transparent, so you could see what's going on inside.
When would someone need to take that cover off?
Mostly no, but when you have to replace the wire that I mentioned earlier, you have to take this off. But make sure you got to power off, and only experienced people should mess with this side, especially.
So you recommend that they power off, unplug everything?
Everything.
Okay.
And also, this breakout feature, this safety system, in case somebody get their finger pinched or whatever, the towels or whatever, simply push this down, it'll separate. This is a very special American safety standard. This is the digital control. This is about the normal speed. If it is too fast, you should slow it down like that. And if you want really high speed, it goes over as high as this. We'll get there a little later. One thing, when you break away and fit back in, sometimes this sometimes doesn't get engaged perfectly. Sometimes it does this, like this. Then, right here, then you will see the gap here. That's okay, but you push. Then you roll, turn this inner roller a little bit. It goes back to where it should be.
So if it's ever not closing, that's the most likely reason?
That's it. I'm going to put the cover back, and with the lock it with 2 wing nuts. And they don't have to do this very often, but
how tight do they need to do that?
There's snug.
So can you disengage the back part with that cover on?
Oh yeah. So I'll show you here. When you disengage, does this.
That's awesome.
When you engage, there's a magnet. Okay, I mean, the way I built, you can't put your finger in no matter what. So this should be okay. Okay, now let's make a tortilla. See what happens. I didn't show you this, but this is called masa tray. You place this machine unit, just place it on the top of the roller, and we are ready to put the masa that we bought this morning, 30 pound. Ooh, smells so good. Corn. All right, let's see. I want to shoot it from this side. Make sure you put masa on the side so it sticks to the yellow metal. Of course, right now that the cutting blade is disengaged. Cutting blade disengaged. The separator is disengaged also. So it'll run like this.
That's great. So the masa is always going to stay on top like that.
When you run this machine properly, there is no drops or nothing. It just all gets, see something like this happen once in a while. What's going on? Now I'm going to go engage the cutter. I'm going to start cutting. And you have to install the separator at this time. Push it down.
Now, how do you make sure the masa doesn't get stuck on the roller?
Okay, I'm adjusting from the wire adjuster. It has to be tight enough so it's clean like this. There is no residue left over in the roller. If you loosen it, it won't cut clean. Already back roller is fairly clean. That means this wire is tight enough. I'm going to make it a little bit tighter. While you're tightening, sometimes it cuts off and you have to replace the wire. I'll send you a lot of spare wires. This is a good thing.
Show us what happens when the wire is loose.
Oh, okay. I'll loosen the wire. See already? Lot of residues.
Right.
Right. I'm gonna tighten it. Tight enough so it doesn't. So it's like it becomes a lot cleaner.
Right. So, Dad, what should Kenny do when the tortillas start piling up?
Oh, that's a good question. We should have oven, but that's going to cost me more money. But for now, I'm thinking maybe we should do this.
And what is that technique that you're doing right now?
Just kind of sweep it up, instead of grabbing like this, kind of sweeping up. Oh, if there's a messed up one, just put it back in. Another one. Tortillas. One more taco.
Is there a song that comes with that technique?
Mexican national anthem. Like this. And if you want to go turn it off, take a break. That's one small, and then. Okay, we almost run out of the masa. Now, I'm going to slow it down. And with my finger, I'm going to clean up this yellow metal side like this. Then everything comes off. This side also. Yes, there's some in roller. It's okay. Clean the separator. Okay, this machine is fairly clean. All you have to do is daily basis after use, take this out, wash this, and machine's ready to go. It's fairly clean. If you want to clean up a little bit more, I'll just let's just separate this, and with a clean towel.
We have to remember to turn the machine completely off, correct?
Yeah. and clean them up. Or I'll just let it dry. Tomorrow morning, this leftover masa becomes dry and and it's okay. So that's it. Let's clean this. And tomorrow morning, if you run it without masa, it will clean up by itself.
Because it'll just naturally flake off?
Yeah, flake off that's the right word. This is a wooden kind of prototype template that I made before I started making aluminum units. This is quite a work, drawing everything, all the dimensions, holes drilled. This is actually the template. So I thought that while I'm making the template, why do I just make one? And I made another one here for in case, if we need another unit. But what this doesn't have is all the expensive, gear parts, roller part that I have to send out to machine shop. But that's pretty easy. It's a matter of money. But having another, aluminum frame, that's a lot of work. You have to drill it, thread it, countersink it, and so I made it one extra for in case. That oven that I'm thinking of is about this width, 21 inch, and maybe about 5 feet long, about this high. That'll cook the corn. That's most compact size, but not losing quality or quantity of tortilla. When I started making this, I had an idea of making everything small, compact, clean, so you could, see when customer can see. For now, I guess if you use a hot grill, you gotta do this by yourself like this.